Okay, we are continuing our live coverage here at FPA National Conference, which is the 25th anniversary, as I've been saying all day, here in Las Vegas. My next guest is someone who I've known for quite some time from a number of conferences, going back a good handful of years, if not more.
It's been a while.
Andrew Altfest, who is the president and principal advisor at Altfest, and also, of course, founder and CEO of FPA. Andrew, thanks for joining me.
It's great to be here with you, Chuck.
Okay, so we were talking a little bit off camera, as we always do before these interviews, about what we should talk about, and we landed on technology, which is something we talk about a lot on goRIA. And when advisors are looking to break away from their broker-dealer, let's say a large wirehouse, technology is usually top of mind. What might you tell these people?
I think going RIA when it comes to technology, you're going to feel like a kid in a candy store. I mean, there's just so much to choose from, and the things that you can be doing as an RIA, making your own decisions, are things that probably you couldn't even only have dreamed of before. And so, we're talking about technology that's allowing you to do a lot of really cool things, using AI to change the client experience, to become more of like the general physician of finance for clients, helping them holistically, being able to automate a lot of the behind-the-scenes work, using technology to go out and find more clients. I mean, you're just really less constrained when it comes to technology as an RA. At least that's what we see in my experience.
Absolutely. And could that turn into a double-edged sword, right? Sort of chasing that shiny nickel all the time. Is that a possibility? And if so, what advice could you give to the folks listening to not get too distracted with all the different technology that's out there?
Yeah, well, you definitely need to kick the tires on tech and say, start with the use cases, right? Like, what am I trying to solve for? Am I solving for, let's say, saving time, or automating more of my operations work, or am I trying to attract new clients, or am I trying to change the client experience and connect with the next generation of my clients, so that the money going from G1 to G2, that I'm still in the picture when that happens during that wealth transfer. So what are you trying to solve for? And then if you start with the use cases, then you can evaluate the technology on the use cases. I think most often when technology falls short, it's because it's under-levered, underutilized, and you haven't been able to realize those use cases. Kind of buy the technology because it looks good or it sounds cool. Right. It's just like, well, what was I trying to accomplish? And technology companies don't always do the best job of giving you a playbook and saying, okay, here's how you can really grow your revenue by using us. It's really, you have to come to that on your own.
Right, so it's like these technology companies are the hammer, and if you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail, or I might have that backwards, but you know what I'm saying.
Right.
And I think that advice is some of the best advice advisors could take when it comes to technology, which is, don't go shopping technology, shop with what you're trying to solve for. I think you put it brilliantly with that, which is, what am I trying to do, and then find the tech that will solve that. Because if you come to a conference like this, and we also cover T3, and talk about kid in a candy store at T3, holy smoke, I mean, that's technology wall to wall. You could find things that you never thought you would need. Now all of a sudden you need that, but do you really? So I think that's brilliant. Identify what you need to get solved, and then find the tech for that. Let's pivot to something else. We were talking about this offline too. So I've been doing this for 30 years, and I know when I broke away, which is about 25 years ago, to the independent broker-dealer space, and then I broke away again to the RIA space. But when I broke away the first time, I was nervous that my one-person shop, which is what I was 25 years ago, was not going to have the technology that a wirehouse would have. Is that a fear that's valid today?
I think there's been all sorts of changes in the industry over time. I think it used to be, the feeling was everyone should go and build their own technology, right? And I think that a lot of companies have moved away from that and have said, the best technology we're going to get is by partnering with companies that focus on solving a particular problem. And so I think that the technology that's out there today, and it's grown tremendously because the market has grown. The independent RA space has grown. There's so much more money that can be made for a technology company selling into this market than some years ago when there were only like a handful of technology companies that you could buy and choose from. So today I think it's a lot different. And I think that big companies, they have their own strengths. They take some of the burden away from you, and they can help with compliance and things like that. But I think that in terms of freedom and flexibility, being an independent RA, you're definitely not going to be at a disadvantage when it comes to technology, and you're going to have a lot to choose from.
All right, and we are putting these noise canceling microphones to the test. There's like a big party going around. It's starting to wrap up here for today. So as we're coming up on time, sort of some final thoughts that you would say to the audience, and again, our audience, our advisors looking to leave the broker-dealer world, go RIA. Any kind of general advice you would have, or more specific for technology, whatever you want to close on?
Yeah, I think right now what's on all of our minds is AI.
Yeah.
And how is my job changing as a result of AI? What things can I be doing more for clients than I have been able to in the past? And how do I keep my differentiation? I don't want to be left behind. There's going to be more competition. People look at AI as it's going to take my jobs. How can I thrive in a world in which AI is becoming more prevalent? So I think that's brings you to tech now, and it brings you to using tech that's going to enable you to do more for clients. Like what we do with FP Alpha, we allow financial advisors to upload their clients' documents, their estate documents, wills and trusts, their tax returns, their insurance policies, and then AI is used to extract information, summarize, find gaps and opportunities in their planning, giving those back to advisors to share with clients. So advisors are repositioning themselves, becoming more of that holistic kind of general physician of finance.
Right.
And that's all capitalizing on the AI and advanced technology that there is. So I think that's one good use case, and then there are other strong use cases of AI, maybe in productivity enhancements. And so I think that right now, when you look at tech, you got to be thinking about AI, thinking about how you can drive more productivity, more net flows into your practice, and stay relevant and differentiate far into the future so that you can thrive. And I think that's what should be on. That's what's on my mind, and I think that's probably what's on many people's minds as well.
All right, that sounds good. That's a good place to put a pin in for today. Andrew, thanks for joining me.
My pleasure. Good to be with you.
You bet. All right, so that's it for this particular segment. We have a few more left to go, so stay tuned. I'll be back in another hour with some more content. Thanks for joining us. Andrew, thanks again.